Sup fans, welcome back to my channel and welcome to, well, a documentary review. I'm going to be quickly talking about Jaws at 50 coming up right now, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Alright guys, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. Boom! Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share it with your friends, and also hit that bell for notifications because, well, it does help the channel out. It does help the channel out. If you're new here, welcome, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Jaws at 50. Basically, it's a new documentary, and it's basically another documentary of Jaws. In a good way, though. It's another documentary of the making of and looking back, and it's a nice retrospective modern-day documentary on celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws. You get interviews, of course, with Steven Spielberg, and you get celebrity interviews with Emily Blunt. You also get filmmaker interviews with J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele, and many others, actually. So this is kind of like I would say this in a bridge documentary. So let's just get on to the review. Actually, here's the thing. So I first saw this documentary of the new Steelbook release of Jaws, or the new 50th anniversary release. You can also get it in the standard release. And I gotta say, guys, I actually really love this documentary. If you're a Jaws fan like myself, you're gonna love this documentary. But I will give my little criticisms here and there, but let me just get onto my positives here. I love Steven Spielberg in this freaking documentary. He really feels like he wants to be there and is enthused. Kind of like looking back at his work on the film, talking about, of course, if you're a fan like myself, we all know it was a pain in the ass to make this film, especially getting Bruce the Shark to work. And look, him talking about it, it's just really freaking nice. You also get like the Peter Benchley's wife, his widow. She talks about how like they were making, even his brother, they were talking about the making of the book and just the titles and everything like that, which is kind of funny. And you also talk about like how just all the pressings of the book, like how the Jaws book, because it was a book first before a movie, like the pressings, how like it had multiple like covers until like, well, they settled down with I don't have the poster with me, but it's like they settled down with like a paperback that they use for the poster, the movie poster, which is nice. And I really love that a lot. You also get some great interviews with Emily Blunt. I didn't expect to see Emily Blunt in this documentary, but she's there and she's cool. I love Emily Blunt, and she does some good insights, you know, from like coming from fans, because these are all fans being interviewed when you really look into it. Like J.J. Abrams just being inspired by this film, and Jordan Peele inspired, and talk about just the horror elements of how, of course, we all agree that even though Bruce the Shark was not working, I love how they went to that with the whole first half of the film. You only get a glimpse of Bruce, like, or you don't even see Bruce at all, the shark. And it's even, I would say yes, it's even scarier just looking back at this film. And every time I watch this film, I always fall in love with this. And no, you get cool, quick interviews from other people, and wow, this is really cool. I just like that they go into just the history of like the step-by-step of it in under an hour and a half, which is really impressive. They talk about the book, and they talk about the process of making it, and just Spielberg and the stress and just the deadline. This guy was 27 when he made this film, and he was just a kid just making this, and it's just crazy, all the stress and pressure coming from these executives from Universal, and just getting the shark to work, getting all this team assembled, getting Joel Alves involved and all that stuff, which is nice how they get the shark to work, getting some of these actors, getting some interviews I have not seen before, like getting an extended interview on set with Robert Shaw, who plays Quinn. That was really cool. Talking about Richard Dreyfuss and the rivalry, Roy Scheider and all that stuff, and you even get a quick interview with Lorraine Gary, which is really nice. And you get, of course, any surviving cast members, you know, from the movie. And it's actually really melancholy and very sweet seeing these actors, and just seeing the brother of the actor who plays Michael Brody, the little brother who recently passed away not too long ago, and just having him as just to honor his late brother, you know. And it's really nice. It's very sweet. There are moments where I did shed tears, but this whole time I was smiling. Also, one of my favorite directors, one of my inspirational directors, Guillermo del Toro, talks about him seeing it in Mexico for the first time, and just, man, it is just amazing, guys. It really feels inspired. It really shows how this movie is amazing, just how it's influential. It's cinema, in my opinion. It really is cinema. They even make fun of the term cinema now on social media, which is really funny. It was quick, but it's funny. But yeah, no, looking back at this film with this documentary, it is just amazing. My main issue and criticism is that if you're a Jaws fan like myself, and you've seen plenty of Jaws documentaries, when you really look into it, there's not a whole lot new ground they cover, really. Like a lot of the stuff, yeah, we've seen this before. Like in the Laserdisc documentary that you can catch it on the 4K and the Blu-ray release, the 90-minute documentary of the making of Jaws, as what it's called, from the Signature Collection, they cover the same thing. It's a bit more in depth though in that documentary, and the shark is still working. The documentary, they cover that more in ground. But then again, this documentary is not to say this thing doesn't offer anything new. It offers new stuff, especially a retrospect and also extra stories and behind the scenes footage, home video footage too, that you haven't seen before, or you've seen before but you've never seen it in high quality or fully extended, you know. So this is really still a nice documentary to watch, so I highly recommend this film. That is my main criticism, is that there's a couple of stuff here that I myself have already seen before. Yeah, I know this stuff, so, but then again, I'm a huge Jaws fan. It's my favorite film of all time. Of course, I would know this stuff. So, yeah, so with that, I will give Jaws at 50 a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Despite my criticisms there, I still highly recommend this documentary. Well, it's a documentary film. So, if you're a fan like myself, if you're a Jaws fan, you're gonna love this. And if you're not a Jaws fan, but then again, you were curious on the making of this film, this is a nice little introduction documentary, I would say. I mean, hope this doesn't come out disrespectful, but this is a nice little, like, nice brief history of the film. And you also, but then again, after that, I highly recommend you guys check out the documentaries that are, you could easily get them available on this 4K release or Blu-ray release. And I think you can get The Shark Is Still Working separately, as far as I know. So I recommend The Shark Is Still Working and the original, The Making of Jaws. So I highly recommend these 3 documentaries combined together. And I would say, in a way, you already get everything, your feelings. And also, you also get, of course, you should also get Martha's Vineyard book and all these other Jaws making of books. If you can get them, get them. So that was my review for Jaws at 50 documentary. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching my video. So let me know down in the comment section below, have you guys seen this documentary? What you guys think of it? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions on it. So this is Javi from JAVIWOOD Productions signing off, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show.